And we get to the same problem as usual. How do I share this stream? Share button. There we go. All right, so here we go, guys. Welcome. For anyone who is watching right now, we should be live and it should be working. So I'm continuing working on this remix. Let's have a quick listen. And today I would like to make this intro like perfect. So let's see what do we have here. Let's see some mistakes and all. Definitely these are super loud now. Let's have a look on what we can do here. This is very loud. Hey KCW, how you doing, bro? It's a music production session today for subscribers. Hope you're well, bro. Working on a remix for Lemon and Einar Care, Anticipation. Old school classic, which I absolutely love. So let's see how this now sounds. It's not too much. Maybe let's have this snare here towards the end, a little bit different. So it goes like... It could be louder actually, right? Let's try it like this. Hey Veska Music, how are you doing? Welcome. Thank you. So I'm trying to make my own intro of this track because the original didn't really have... You know, the original didn't really have like an intro. It just basically was just repeating the same thing all over, like this. And it was repeated like several times. So now I'm thinking of how can I do this my way. And I tried several things and I love the original, so maybe I just go back to the drawing board. But what I did is basically it goes and goes and then the melody just keeps being the same. The paths are changing though. Over here. They follow the chords, they follow the bass line. And then I have the plugs just basically going steady and not changing. So it sounds like this then. What's up, Christoph? How you doing, bro? About 1 hour production session today. So now I'm basically thinking, you know, if it wouldn't be better to go and just, you know, stay true to the original and just go with this. But it would mean that I have to change the key of the song, because if you check their track over here, the what key they're playing the track, you have to apply some special settings to this so you can see what key is playing now. See, so you boost the bass. You can see it's actually playing G, while I decided I'm gonna do the track in D, which is like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes the other way. So they go from G and then they swap into like A sharp. So they go up and down. Yeah, my sound's a lot better because this is track from a long time ago. I think this was like 2006-ish, 7, you know? And mine is now. So that would mean that I would have to like go and change the whole thing, you know, and go like G, just up here, and then to the A sharp. What I can do though is, you know, just see how it sounds, because this is what I did. Oh, sorry, this one. But maybe I can just take their chords and use, you know, something similar with my own stuff. I'm thinking how this chat thing works, so it disappears after a while. What's this? It's auto play. Ah, okay, this works too. All right, so how would we do this? We just figure out the chords. So what I'm hearing is this like super simple chords over there. So let's see. Basically goes from G up. So let's see. But they are super simple, like literally, I think it's just this. Let's see, I'm gonna layer it. Let's try it like this then. I'll turn this down so we can hear it. Maybe it's not this one then. Let's take the scale G. I would say, I'm not sure what scale they used. I found out the other day. I think it was, where did I put it? Yeah, D minor, but they're still playing it like, you know, starting with G, which you can do, but why not? So let's go back to that and let's just select D minor. There we go. I'm still hearing this, to be honest. I think it's still there's this. Be octave higher? No, I'm wrong. I'm way off. So let's see if it's actually not this way then. Maybe not. Definitely this note is playing there. That's the A sharp. This one sounds really cool there. So I would say exactly what I had there before, sort of, is playing there. But what I had was, it was playing with the A and then the G. So maybe if I change it to what's playing right now, it should actually fit my bass line. And then I like the change that I did this with this first note. So I was just basically playing this. So now let's try doing the other way. Which is not the best. This is just much better. And then they have this change over here to different chords. Dum, 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 dum. And then over here they change it again. So they have like two changes here, and it exactly follows the bass line later in the track where this is being played, see? So it follows the G to the D, but they go A sharp instead. So there's like, it's like they go the other way around and just keep this, you know, and then make it longer. So we can actually try this using these two notes over here, and let's see how it's gonna sound. Maybe it's gonna be horrible, but if you don't try, you'll never know. Here we go. I'm gonna play now with their bass line just so I can hear what's happening. I wonder how you guys doing. I'm gonna keep it down low for a second, so I'm gonna do this. Oopsie. Actually, it's gonna be easier if I just pull it down here. So we're playing with filter 1 cutoff, so this. And all we need to do is just to follow this pattern where we went like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. So this should actually work pretty well. Let's see. And I know they went up, so it was probably like this. And this is a tricky one. So this way I think it's a little bit more entertaining, you know, when it's plays like this. It's played with the bass note here. I need to go to my sub bass. So now I'm playing completely different notes, okay, so I have to improvise here a little bit. then we're going into this C and back to the D. So that's the finish. So instead of starting with G, I just do something different than they did. So. Actually, if I keep this going, it keeps the tension there, which is very nice. Or I can just swap them out again. Basically what I want is this D over here, and I can even go back to the original note, but it doesn't sound nice when it like goes from here to here. That's why I'm looking for something else. So tricky. This is how you make music, man. Decisions. Maybe in the end this would be the best. And then over here I changed it, so I'm not playing that A sharp anymore. See, I'm playing A. So even that doesn't really fit my bass now. So I have to improvise again. And it fits a little bit more now. And then we have the older version, which so now you know which is better, which sounds better. Like, do I want to do remix or homage to the original? Because and later I go like to the original, you know, so I have that drop which basically has that original melody. Thanks for asking, Christoph. Well, I'm doing well, I would say. Some of my friends caught COVID, so now I'm a little bit scared that I don't have it, but you know, time will tell. We'll see. And yeah, now it's, you know, till then we're just waiting. So what do you think, guys? Should I just continue with the melodic one, this one, or just go back to the original idea that I had? Because I like this tension here, you know, it's like very... But I can always go back and just do, you know, undo if needed. And let's see how it's gonna sound. Probably horrible, but when you don't try it, you'll never know. Absolutely crap, because I like the bass idea. It's very different. So let's go back to the original and just let's play with my idea, because I think it's better, but maybe make it more interesting with my different plug. I have this weird sound playing there which I really like, so maybe that could do some more, you know, this little sound here, which this is nice because it's a very nice sound, so maybe we can use that, you know, to create some more tension in the whole thing. The remix doesn't have to stay in original key per se, you know. It can, yeah, that's a question from Christoph Hoftiergen. You can do whatever you want, but in this case I think I changed the key because I just didn't want to. I didn't like the bass sound with the kick. So that's why I used it. But I'm thinking maybe I can just use this sound to create, you know, like a secondary melody to it, because this sounds pretty cool. So let's see. Just gonna import this as a MIDI so I can play it. Here we go. And let's add these effects to it. Here we go. So we can play it as an audio. Now this original is in C, which is great. So that saves us a lot of time. So we start with a D. With this one. Let's mute this one and see how it's gonna sound. And minus 19.8. So it has the same volume and preferably same settings. Whoops. There we go. I hope I took it from the... Of course I didn't. So from here. And we're gonna take the compression from here, because it's helpful. DJ Wumbo, thank you for subscribing, man. How you doing? So, how about this then? You know, I'm making a little bit more like, you know, melodic techno is not very popular, so wait, no, not. Hey darling, can't say but I saw you go live, so want to say hi. Hello Tarina, how you doing? Nice to see you here again. Miss you, girl. Do you guys do anything fun for a Halloween? So here we go, let's play something. Let's actually make it louder so we can hear it. And I need my little helper over here. So let's go to the MIDI effects and pitch. And because I'm playing minor in D, and I don't know how to play D minor, I would like to, you know, make it... okay, so I'm just gonna add respond to some of the comments. Yeah, I hope to come to New York City, me and my missus, so, too. My visa just expired, but we'll see, maybe, you know, I'll renew, and if there are any shows in the future, but I would love to come again. Yeah, I miss streaming. It's so hectic right now, you know, so much stuff to do. So let's go back to this one. So I don't know how to play D minor, okay? But I know how to play A minor because it's all the white keys starting A up. So I'm gonna pitch this down, you know, or up basically, or down, and then I play A minor. So basically if I push the A, it's gonna sound like D. And to do that, I need to pitch this up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see if it sounds like D. Now this is a question for million crowns. I'm gonna have a listen to original. And of course it doesn't. Because I did something wrong. Okay, so this is the original pitch now. But this is the D. Oh man, I haven't done this in a while. Audio effects tuner. Let's have a look. Now it's D sharp. Okay, we're close. So my original idea to pitching it down was actually the correct one. Thank you, Charina. Thank you. Hope to see you soon again. Of course, I'll text you when I get to New York City. Miss the city. All right, so now let's play from A. And I was actually playing. Okay, so what's wrong with me? I pitched it the wrong way again. I wanted A to play D, and it actually did it almost good. Now it's correct. So 5 notes down as I originally intended. Oh, that took a while. Okay, so now I can play this. Let's mute it, let's see what we can come up with. let's play with this sound so it actually has some tail to it, because then it feels weird. So I'm gonna change it into sampler over here, give it the best interpolation, which means best quality, and let's give it some release so it actually plays. A longer decay. Don't worry about the delay. The delay is actually coming from here, so I just need to make it less because it's like too much. It's crappy. Sounds funny, right? It's almost like cats called in the door. I'm not really happy about it, so maybe I'll just keep one, but let's try again. That's nice. So let's see what I played. The ending actually did sound pretty cool. This one. So let's see if I played it nice. Let's just stick it to the grid. Actually, I can highlight and just quantize settings 1/8, I think. Here we go. Let's see. So the only thing I think I like is this, when it just like hits, you know, over. Let's see if it fits in here. Actually might sound nice. Let's move it a little. Nah, I'm not happy. I think the original just like this was the best idea, and I'm completely disregarding this whole thing because it's horrible. Yeah, this is how you make music, man. It's just one of those days. Why is this chat not working well? Let's have a look again. So Christoph is asking, does it go a little bit from left to right? Does it feel like fades a bit around in the stereo field? Yeah, it's because of this delay over here that it's added to it, you know. That's why it sounds like that. But yeah, I'm not sure about it. I probably just stick, you know, to this basic idea and maybe add something else. And usually, you know, in my tracks, what I like to use are plugs. So maybe I'll just add a plug to it, you know, something nice, something that sounds beautiful. So how about we add the MIDI track, and let's try that with Diva. This is how music works, man. You just try stuff. VST free, you Diva. Here we go. And we need a plug. I have plenty of plugs here in my own samples. So where is my own stuff? User. There we go. This actually might be a good one. Let's open it up a little. Okay, and just make it pretty simple. This is how it works. Let's go to the drawing board. I think in D minor, the only black note I'm playing is A sharp, so this should be easy. But just so I am sure I'm not, you know, fucking things up, just gonna check the D minor again. And yes, everything white except B. So I don't play this note at all. I only play everything else around it. So I can do... which sounds pretty cool. If I turn off all these plugs, I might get away with it. Let's turn it down by octave. Get rid of that low end because it messes up with the mix. I liked it when it was octave higher. Cancel. Turn off this effect for now. Bye. Let's go down by 8. So that was the idea number 1, and then I was playing something like... So it will be like the other way around. Turn it up. And I think I liked it much more. It's a little bit nicer. I'm gonna keep the rhythm for now. And I think I repeat it like this. Like this one doesn't fit. You know, the second one, it just feels weird when it plays. So let's have a look why. I'm gonna play it just with the bass. Thanks for the very nice comment, Christoph. Wow. That's a good one. So let's see why it doesn't fit together with this plug when it plays. See, towards the end it just feels very awkward there. So let's try following the notes on the bass. Let's see what's gonna happen. To do that, I'm just gonna highlight the bass. I'm gonna highlight the plug, so I can just click on focus and just follow these notes. See what's gonna happen. No, still not happy. I think it can stay because this is like a tension note. You know, the D, since we're in D minor, you can play D all along, but this is the issue. These notes here. Let's try the other way around when I'm gonna go down. That's actually nicer. And here it sounds pretty cool. And here I'm just gonna swap them around and do this. Oops. Back to the beginning. What do you think? Actually, this was much better. Let's see with the leads. See, now it doesn't work with the leads. It's always something. At least to me, it doesn't work very well. So I'm gonna try this because this sounded pretty cool. Actually, this is okay. That's nice. This, yeah, maybe go down the last section. That's what I was thinking. Thank you, Christoph. Not sure if it's exactly what you had in mind, but this is what I think might actually work. But let's try again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just keep it this way. It feels natural, and it's different. And let's see if I'm right. It should sound okay here as well. Let's just copy this mid basses over here. By the way, guys watching right now, if you want to ask anything, you can ask whatever you need to ask, and I will gladly answer. So let's also do the bass lines here in the last section. Sorry, that's the pads, my bad. And I think one of the bass lines didn't sound really right. Oh yeah, because I had this other idea, I remember, where I was just playing around with the bass and I went down here. And that was a good one as well. I completely forgot about it. So the bass was actually playing different thing. Remember when we were doing this other melody? Then I move this bass, and I like what's happening here. This is actually something that we can make use of because it sounds really nice, you know? It's more like that Paul Van Dyke style. So let's do that. I was actually going down to A sharp, D, and C sharp, sorry, and then D again. So that's the like this. And I think we're getting there. With remixes, it's always a little bit confusing on what you want to actually do. Because with remix, you have so much, you know, sort of freedom, but you also don't at the same time. So you have to be careful. But I really would like to give it something of my own. So that's why I'm like very particular right now. And you know, trying to make it as best as possible. So it's a good one for December. You know, I always like to release these classic remixes in December. All right, and then the last bass line. There we go, A sharp, C, and there we go. Now it should be all good. Let's see, all the bass lines first. Oh, of course I did something wrong. C sharp, C sharp, C sharp, C sharp again. I'm lost. It's a C sharp and D, so what's your problem? What's your damage, bro? Okay. I see now. I see my utter mistake. Oh my god. So I'm guessing I actually might have caught it because it feels like it. This is supposed to be C. I don't know why I thought it's C sharp. How they got there or not. And this one didn't move because it was in a different octave, but here we go. That's very nice, like that, to give them hint of the bass line from the drop, but then you just follow up with this. Okay, it's getting there, but I need to then fix these pads, and to do that I can just copy this last bars from all the pads. Here we go. This should work. I don't need this one, so we get yeah, that's pretty cool. Somewhere here I have some sort of automation that I'm not very happy about, and it's this one. So it just, you know, put the volume all the way down. We don't like that. Here we go. On what project are you working on at the moment? Question by Hoeftierchen again. Yeah, it's a remix for Lemon and NRK Anticipation. A very old classic. And I love the track and I always wanted to do a remix. And now I had the option to do it. So that's the one I'm working on right now. Let's listen. Play with this diva as well. I think the leads in here actually don't have to be this loud, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn the leads down by at least like 2 dB, so it's gonna be -2, and poof, 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 and we should be fine now because it's too loud. Now, why does it sound that this plug doesn't belong? The problem is that the Diva has different reverb than the rest of the plugs. So just to fix that, I'm just gonna take the plug. I don't want them to be in one group, so I'm just gonna take this reverb and this compression. I'm just gonna put it on this plug over here. So we get them in the same environment, and that should work pretty well. Also the reverb, here we go. And then the EQ towards the end. Now this compressor is making it super loud. See, so now the plug feels a little bit more like in the same environment, in the same space than as the leads. I'm still not happy about the plug sound, so maybe I'll just, you know, pick a different one or modify it. Because it's very hard to determine it from the rest of the sounds. Let's try to give it a little bit more glide. Let's open it up. That's better. Let's play around with this delay. I'm gonna go 3. The center will be 2, and the right will be 4. Let's see what's gonna happen if I just play around a little bit with the vibrato. So now everything just goes to this LFO2. So LFO2 is the one where we can play with the pitch or stuff, but the LFO1 as well should work as a vibrato by, you know, just adding it in. And it also is assigned to the modulation wheel. This is just enough. And now it's in the middle. And all the leads are very much stereo, and this plug is very much in the middle as a mono. Let's try to shape it a little bit. That's nice. Let's open it up a little bit more here. I think 80 is just perfect. Let's try to put it back to 70. Yeah, I think I like this more. Let's see. I think the sound like that I just did with my mouth, that is absolutely perfect in there. You know that. Now, I have several options how to do this. I can actually use just noise to do this, and it would be probably the most perfect one. So How about that? We're gonna take the instruments and analog. I think analog has noise on itself. I'm gonna save this for now. So, just gonna turn off the oscillator 1 and 2 and just turn on noise. And we're gonna use this, you know. Now we have our amp. Let's make it plucky. With some more release. It's a very long release. Now you might say, oh, what the fuck? What the hell is he doing? But when you play around with the resonance and the you can really play around with this and make some really cool sounds. So let's see what we can do. LFO, key, envelope. So this is what I want. And poof, here we go. And I wanted it. Basically, you're playing it as a drum. Let's quantize this to 16th. Let's see if it sounds exactly what I wanted. Almost. Perfect. And now all I need to do is just to automate this. So that's the little plan right now. So we get this. Nice. Let's give it some effects. So I start with the reverb. And you can see that it's actually messed up everything here. So I'll just put it all back. And I'm gonna copy this. That's my little trick. Because sometimes it takes also the BPM, the capture MIDI. I'm gonna go just back and back and back until I find that before I did it, and I'll just copy it back and it's there. I'll just add the reverb again. We can add a little bit of this delay as well. And let's play around with this sound so it's a little bit more, you know, modern. It already made my head moving. Ah, man. Yeah. Thanks, Christoph. So, let's continue. Let's make this sound more, you know, like drum. To do that, we have several options, but there are a few audio effects I like the drum bass, which is a pretty cool one. It just really makes, you know, can increase the transients. Pretty cool. Let's play with the EQ just to get rid of what we don't need. And you know, some of these drums we can like shorten down. Now the best way to do this is actually go to the amp, and over here where you have the decay, we can also do the same thing here, the automation, so we get, so it like goes randomly, and if you want you can like, you know, do crazy shapes with this. Let's just go it off and let's just play around. I would like to make this one long and this one short. now let's just turn it down so it doesn't stay in the way. Let's add a simple sidechain on top of that using compression. So I think I have a sidechain somewhere here. Hello, hello, hello. Well, probably, I think I used it on the plug. Let's find it. Plug again. On this diva. I actually don't, which is strange. There should be a one. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna do it again. My favorite preset. So we sign it up to the sidechain, which in this case I think I'm using this one as the audio number 1. It's just an old kick sound being used as audio. So let's put it to sidechain, and we're gonna change the key to 100%, and let's have a look at the curve, and we want to work only with the high end. So now I would like this to start working after 1/16, so I can just come over here, highlight this, and in the bottom lower corner you'll see the length, which right now it says 110. That's the length of 1/16 of a beat. So now I can just go back to my little friend. Where are you? Diva. And just change the release to 1110. So now it's like exactly to the point. Over here with the sidechain. And you see there's some issue now here with the plug, because it feels like I have moved this little thing here. I don't know how I did that, but I moved it, and this is basically telling my LFO tool to hit at a certain moment, but now it should be okay. Yeah. And here we go. Let's see how it sounds. Probably, you know, should be cool. So it doesn't play exactly what I wanted to, so and I'm missing that little note here. Let's make this longer. And that frequency, same thing. I'm not super happy about how it works right now, so I'm just gonna automate it here and there. Okay, that's a little bit better. There's so much work involved in music production when you want to make something special. Let's play around with this. It's always better when you have like an analog machine with which you can do this like really nice. I can actually show you. I have a Behringer Crave here, which has amazing noise, by the way. Over here, let me just try it like this. So I'll duplicate it to make my life much easier, and you go instruments, external instrument, and I have it over here, Crave, and this is the input audio number 2. This is how it sounds. Like right now it's also playing the damn man, I'm like really slow today. So now right now it also plays the assigned shape oscillator. So right now I have it set to, where's my mouse? I have it set to saw, so it plays a saw predominantly, but I can just play noise only, and then I can just play with the sustain and decay. So I can just record this, you know, into an audio track, and do it this way, or I can just, you know, freeze it. Which is really nice, this one. So I'm gonna start here, and I'm just gonna try to record it, you know, in a nice way, because I really like to have this. So I'm gonna tell this 91 audio to record 90 instrument. So I'm gonna go down here, and it's just gonna be recording that audio from there. So let's play around. So that's my option number 1. Let's try it again, this time with some different setup. And let's try it one last time, this time. So I made it a little bit shorter, and let's see. Hey Conquest, yes, it's actually a new remix for Lemon and NRK and their old track Anticipation. So I'm just like trying to add this little effect, you know, from Crave here, and you know, playing around with the sound. And I think I really like this one now. That's a good one. Let's see how it sounds. And we can give it, you know, those little settings here. So that has that little sound that, you know, not many people do have. So why not? Here we go. Now I can play around with the sound as well. I can tell it, okay, I want this to be a little bit shorter when it hits, sort of like. So you can change this to beats, change it to transient, preserve, one way, and just shorten down. You know, and then you can open it up as you go, so you can modulate it somewhere here. Clip, and then over here, sample offset, and we can change this to go up. Well, that didn't work. That sounds pretty cool. Maybe it's the other way. Oh, damn. Sample offset is moving things in time. Damn. So I guess you can't do it. You can't really adjust this length here. See? It's really weird. I actually never tried it. But there is another way how you can do this. You can just split it in half and change this to different value. Okay. So I can get that. Let's see how it's going to sound in our track. And I'm gonna have to copy this drum bass as well, because I like how it sounded. Pure experimenting today. And I see I did delete again. I didn't copy that sidechain, sorry. So take it from Diva and just copy paste it. So I don't need that analog anymore because I did it with Crave. So I can just call this noise stab. But I'm gonna give it much bigger reverb. I think this one is not enough. And I want it to be like really like hidden in the background. So let's first hear it, how it sounds. And how to make it sound that is like in the background. The best way you can do this is actually with filter. So you take the auto filter right from here, and let's give it something called like PRD, which is like a Moog version of it. And then you get. Let's give it some drive. And this echo is just horrible. I'm gonna copy it from here and put it somewhere here after the drum bus. And let's go with 4 and 3, and feedback, let's go with 50. Try wet, let's go 25. Maybe a little bit more. And less reverb, it's very nice drowning there. Okay, this starting to sound like what I would imagine. A bit less. Pretty cool. Oh, by the way, just watching me working in the studio can be really boring sometimes. So I apologize for that. Okay, let's see, let's go. Actually, it would sound much better here. Add a little bit of this other delay, so it's like very long. It's like atmospheric. Let's try without this drum bass now. I actually do like it much more without it. And this needs to be longer. Nice. And now how about this goes a little bit left and right, because it's like a nice atmospheric effect. So for that we just take the outer pan, put it right here. Actually maybe I can put it before delay, so it like the delay goes left and right after. And let's change this to, how about a half bar or 3/8, which is weird, and just make it left and right, so it goes. Nice. So I have my effect. I'm gonna freeze it now to save CPU. Yeah, this is how things are done in my world. And yeah, let's flatten it, and here we go. That's our first own effect in this track. And it's just in the background, you know. Hello, Miss ReOrder. Microsoft Windows 98. Yeah, thank you, thank you. It's yeah, sometimes it's good to see how things are actually really done, right? So, thanks for subscribing, by the way. All right, so my dear guys, let's just add something else here. Let's listen to what's happening here, right? Here we're gonna have to make it a little bit louder, so oh, damn, I want to copy it, and let's give it like 6 dB. It's there, but it's very subtle. And the leads are still very loud. Nice. Ah, something wrong with the pods here. That shouldn't be there. Let's make them really easy this time. This time around. Oh damn, I copied the automation. So not what I wanted to do. And so what do we want is basically just get to the melody that is playing later in the track, which is this one. And this one here. So how to do that, just so it doesn't sound very boring, like when this plays, it's very boring. There we go, you don't need this anymore. And I think I don't need these sounds. And I'm really hating this atmosphere. So this we don't need. And this we don't need here. And I like this atmosphere from the intro. I'm not sure if it actually is in the right pitch. So that's the other thing about everything in music. So I know that this one is cool. That's in D. So maybe I'll just use that one. It's a nice atmosphere though. And good. Yeah, even though it's in D, it doesn't really fit well. So let's fix this pad. And we're gonna start with making these notes all the way. So just highlight and hit legato, because I didn't like how it restarts itself all the time before we do anything else. And let's find a nice atmosphere. There's something I tested in the beginning, but it doesn't seem to sound very nice when the whole thing plays. So maybe we need a different atmosphere. So let's just type in Atmo in my samples. Doop. And there's so many on. Let's see, what do we have here? Atmospheres. York 3 Psytrance sample pack. Single sound, synths and Atmos. Ah, here we go. Maybe it's good. Oh, I like this. It says it's in G sharp, so we can actually use this. So how do we make a nice transitional atmosphere with this one? Well, first we're gonna change it to D, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes down, up, or 5 down. This time I want to go 7 up. That sounds like 7 Up from Sprite. Sorry, 7 Up from Pepsi. Nice, it's pretty cool. Let's make it louder. And let's see, what do we have on the group? So we have everything cut out, and we have this sidechain that is actually playing with the sidechain. I'm going to change it so it plays only with the kick. And it's still playing. Why? There's LFO tool. My bad. So this is the sound. Let's see how it sounds there. Let's make it louder. And now I can see that this is probably not a G sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, my bad. Still doesn't fit. This is starting to sound very interesting. Let's play just one note. So when I go 9 up, which is 3 down, that's 1, 2, 3, it's playing F, and it sounds perfect. So I'm guessing that the original pitch is not correct, or I am wrong in something. As you can hear, it sounds pretty cool. So if I just now change it to that I unwarp it, and keep it on -3, it should just repitch the sample and sound pretty cool. Which sounds very nice, so... Oh, 9. And I like this, but I'm gonna take it out of the group, because I want to hear it in its full glory. And I can hear it's a little bit... there's some rhythm to it, so... Oh shit. So I'm just gonna cut out the low end. Keep the mids, so I don't have this, you know, ugly frequency. And I'm gonna give it like a huge reverb, and for that I like to use Valhalla Shimmer, which is very nice reverb over here. And we're gonna go with big stereo and single pitch mode, so it adds like a top note to the whole thing. Some low cut. Actually, I should take... You can have a look what actually is the pitch of this. And you see there are 2 notes, but they are very dominant. You can see the delay in the bottom corner. Where am I? So there's a D that is definitely playing, and then there is F. So it's basically playing a chord with D and F together, which is part of what we have. So if I try to change this pitch, let's say to different one, it's just not gonna play nice, because it's an atmosphere, but it's not one note atmosphere. It's a chord atmosphere, so like 2 notes playing at the same time. That's why pitching it down was pretty confusing. But let's now find a different atmosphere, maybe in D. So I'm gonna go to Splice, because Splice has many atmospheres. So let's go for sounds. I have already some sounds here, and let's see, the key will be D, and atmosphere would be the sound I'm looking for. Here's something. This actually sounds pretty cool. What's this? That's cool. We don't need any vocals, but I like these atmospheric sounds. So first let's just use this one. I'm gonna add it into this new group that we just create. Let's put them in one group tracks, because I like this setup of the reverb, and I want to use it only on these atmospheres in this particular part of the track. Let's unpitch it. So I like the ending of this sample, so I'm just gonna take it like this and make like a ramp over here. Let's see. I'm gonna probably need some EQ. Let's see how it's gonna sound now. Maybe without the high end and a little bit shorter. Okay, so here comes a little bit of a problem with what I did in this track. I didn't like how the bass sounded in the beginning of the track, okay? So I changed it from G to D, and now I come to a problem where it sounds like this. Like, have a listen just to the parts. there I go down, and then it changes directly into the G. So it's like, it's not really bad, but it's not correct as well, you know, because it just feels weird. If I play it like this, you'll hear when it's playing with the bass line. It sounds just really strange. See, it just like jumps into it. So there are ways how you can like make this so it like connects a little bit nicer. I'm gonna try it now with these pods. So as you can see, the A is not really part of the next one, and the G hardly. So, but what I can do is I can really like take this top note and have it build up towards the end. So I get I can even go down on the bass note and, you know, do it the opposite way, where it's just gonna go down to the B. So like a transition sort of. Sorry, so the G. Keep this going. Yeah, and that actually doesn't sound bad. So let's do that. Let's do that. I like it. Let's go. This is how the whole thing would sound. Nice. That's pretty cool. Let's now also work on these top notes. So we have this B chord. It's playing over here. That is good one, because that plays also the same note here. So I'm basically just going up here with this note. And then I have this one, you know, which is on the D. Just this. And again, I have this one. So this could actually work as a good transition. I like to do these transitions because they're like different, and they give the track a little bit more life. So let's see how it's gonna sound with all these little effects. But unfortunately, this one doesn't work really well there, because it's in a different key. But let's go. See how hard it is? That's what I was talking about. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Continuing the madness. Let's add this one here. So we start with the D. We go B and then actually going to down to the G, so it's gonna go up. In this case, this one and this one. Let's see. I think this is incorrect. I'm using the wrong bass line. That's why it didn't work. I was like, what the hell? Okay, that's much better. That's actually nice. I don't know if you guys still watching, but Yeah, it's been a while now. So let's make a use of this piano, which is now choirs. So, and I think this is the piano, which has no piano yet because I didn't update my contact. I didn't install it probably. Let's see, contact, native instruments, contact 7. That's the new one. Let's put it in. Let's put in a piano. I don't know if I downloaded any. Just a Maverick. Okay. And Alicia's keys. Here we go. So I want to do something here in this transition. I can take this into the new audio track. Find my grand piano here. Grand piano. Let's record this sound with a bit more bass. Let's record. Nice. And now I can just put this back, even though I don't need it yet. And we're gonna just reverse this sound, so it creates sort of like an effect, like a reverse, like boom, which would actually work really well because it's the same note, sort of. And let's give it loads of reverb so we get. Hey Christoph, thank you very much. Looking over your shoulder, always inspiring as usual. Thank you very much, man, and see you soon. Thanks for watching. We're gonna be finishing soon anyway. Let's see how it sounds. Yay, that's nice. Actually, that would be nice if we have like a melody playing with some weird instrument in there. Getting there. Happens. Getting there. That's the notes I was looking for. I think that's the easiest way out. Let's just do it this way then. And duplicate it. Now it would be very easy just to use a piano, right? So how about we use like an effect audio sound. So I'm gonna go take Spire for this one. And there's a preset I really love that I did a long time ago. And that's in my one of my all you need EDM sound bank over here, and it's the pad. And let's try using that instead. You know, so it's different. And now we have this modulation knob, so how did this happen? So I'm gonna be playing with the modulation, just automating it in. And we're gonna need like a very long reverb, so remember the reverb that we used on this atmosphere somewhere. I think that would be a good one in this case. So I'm gonna make my life easy. I'm just gonna add a return track and just add this in. And with full on mix, and let's just see what's gonna happen. might be horrible. I don't know yet. Of course it's horrible. And now the Y. So I'm trying to change the key from D to G, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes down. So it's like I'm changing it the right way. What I'm doing wrong is a change here, you know, with the last note. So I have to look at the lead and just calculate what I need to do. Because if I'm starting here in G and going up to these two notes, I want these two notes to be part of what I'm trying to do. So this has to follow that. Now, and the easiest way how I can find out if I'm actually doing things right, I can take this plug here and just copy it over to this whole thing and let it play. And if this sounds good with all the pads and melodies, then it should be all good. So I'll do it with the pads. So it starts pretty okay over here. Let's go. So the pads are not the problem. The problem was the melody that I chose. So I can't go to the D here. It just has to follow what I have there. So, it's crap. But, you know, have to think. Why not? That's actually not bad. And then back up. Oh, sorry. The G continues the story. Yeah, that should be fine now. It's all about the feel. Trying to combine uncombinable. Let's start from here. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. And I promise when I figure out this problem, I'm gonna share this again. But it's like almost there. It's like almost there. Maybe I'll just change the pads or the choirs or something just to make it, you know, work better. Or maybe just the bass change that I chose over here, you know, might be wrong. So maybe I can just try something else, something that would make it sound okay-ish. But you know what, since you're still here, how about I'm just gonna try it, like just really basic copy paste from the second part here instead of what I had into this, and that actually might work. Let's see. No, still doesn't work. So but I liked it how it sounded better. So again, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you for the next stream, hopefully with something more entertaining. So you have a good one, guys, and see you soon. Bye. Bye. Bye.